Yeah, he's fun. He's a little bit pushy. He's a know-it-all. He knows more, and he does know everything. Um, he doesn't like Ralph, which is always fun. He's a fun foil to Ralph, and loves Vanellope. Yeah, so it was good in working with Rich again and Phil, and you know, I think it's fantastic. We've done a second Wreck-It Ralph. That the first one was great. I was hoping King Candy would come back. Whatever, he's really dead. That's fine. I'm over it. But now I'm knows more, which is great. Yeah, it's fantastic. I mean, that's where it makes sense that's where video games have gone. That's where gaming has gone, and it was a great story idea. I love her with all of the princesses. That's fantastic. They all could get together and yeah. Oh, this is the best because I'm also going to get to see it with my nieces and my wife, and the popcorn's free. I mean, that's right there. I'm already in.
I know, it's amazing. Really, I grew up with these incredible voices and their songs, and each of them having such a beautiful, specific message to me of Belle and self-sacrifice, and the Little Mermaid of reaching those dreams no matter what. And gosh, to be working with them on this film and to have such a great time and such an awesome crowd reaction is really all I can hope for. Yes, that's also such a fun aspect of this, is that, depending on if you've seen this part or not, the princesses get to kind of take a breath and relax a bit with Vanellope and just kind of tease each other in a really great banter kind of way of just gals hanging out and having fun. Yeah, they really do appeal to a mass audience. Honestly, it might also be just the fact that, well, this film is certainly set in the internet, but they're lovable because they make mistakes. And with this film in particular, we see that, gosh, the internet is an crazy experience for anyone, animated and people in the real life. So to hear these characters going through it and solving these problems through humor and love is something that's really important.
It is so amazing. We spend 3-4 years making these movies in Burbank in this building, and tonight we finally get to share it with the world, and it's such an exciting evening to have our cast here supporting the film, and they're so great in the movie, and to just be here to celebrate. We put a lot of passion and hard work into it, so to be able to come and see this incredible red carpet is an amazing experience. I've had the fortune of being at a few premieres. I've made a couple movies for Disney, and they've been all amazing, but tonight we had Imagine Dragons playing on Hollywood Boulevard. They shut down the street. They were playing the song Zero, this end credit song for the film, a song that I love so much. So to see them up on that stage with their fans out there, behind the marquee of the El Capitan saying the world premiere of Ralph Breaks the Internet, I don't think it's going to get any better than that. That was pretty amazing. The interesting thing is when we were talking about making another story with Ralph and Vanellope, these characters we love, when the idea of the internet came in, it just felt like a natural fit. Mr. Litwack, the arcade owner, could plug in a Wi-Fi router, they'd have access to the internet. The internet's this huge world that we all know, that we use every single day. And it just seemed like it was a no-brainer to go into. And the world that's been created by the team at Disney Animation, it's so imaginative, it's so creative, it's so huge and visually stunning. And while we celebrate what's great about the internet, we also talk about what's complicated about it. I mean, it felt important to us, a real responsibility to talk about those things that are very complicated in today's world for kids that are navigating the internet. So I think the audiences hopefully will see both sides of what we view as the internet. Gosh, there's so much. There are 1.5 million Easter eggs in this film. I mean, literally 1.5 million. And if you're a Disney fan, not just because I want you to see it multiple times, you're gonna have to see it multiple times to catch all of them. The team had so much fun putting stuff all throughout, but of course, Oh My Disney is a big set piece in the film with all the princesses, and there's every character you could ever want within that one sequence. I think it's gonna be a real fun sequence for the audience to get to see.
I genuinely love the first Wreck-It Ralph, so I'm actually really excited to see what happens, just as a fan, so happy to be here, yeah.
Yeah, I think everybody's really excited, and so it's easy and fun to go perform for a bunch of people who are very easy to please because they're excited about what's going on. So the energy was very palpable, and it was a great evening, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think we all grew up with Disney, and when we had the opportunity to, do this partnership, I don't think there was a moment of hesitation. It's sort of one of those dream come true bucket list kind of opportunities.
Yeah, we're all genuine fans of Wreck-It Ralph, and Disney as a whole. So to be here at the premiere of Wreck-It Ralph 2 and to be involved with it, Sarah Silverman's like 4 feet from us to the right. That's a little distracting right now. John C. Reilly's around here somewhere. Oh, there he is. I see the hat. So, this is huge. I'm going to be personally listening for their laughs to see what they think is funny in the movie. That's going to be my little personal thing that I'm very excited for.
They are so much fun, and the most fun for me, of course, is working with that guy, Jack McBrayer. We got to be in the studio together and record our stuff together, which doesn't happen in animation. They usually like to do it. They like to do it individually. But Rich Moore, our director, loves when we work off of each other. So that was a really wonderful thing. Is this time Jack and I got to look into each other's eyes as we spoke. That is the most fun, and what I love about it is well, you realize how small our role is as the actor, and yet we get all the credit. Look, everybody wants to talk to us, but this movie has been in the making for years now. As you know, it's been like 2 or 3 years since the first one came out, maybe even 4 years, and so it's pretty amazing to see all of the work that went into it, and it maintained its lighthearted, funny, and there's guffaws for adults as well as for kids.
It's turning the princesses on their heads. It's taking Cinderella, that's what I can speak to as Cinderella, and turning her on her head in a way you've never seen. It's so fun. It's so much fun.
It was wonderful.
Having all the princesses in one place is fantastic. It so rarely happens, and I don't think it's ever happened in this way before. So it's incredible. One of the things I'm really looking forward to is seeing this movie with an audience and with kids and with people who aren't familiar with it, who haven't been working behind the scenes like we have, and just to get a real take on it. It will be so amazing. They're going to love it.
I, of course, love these characters. I love working with these guys. We started together on Wreck-It Ralph, and then they actually went right to this. When they thought of the internet and putting these characters in it years ago, they were so excited. And then we asked for them to come over and give us a little help on Zootopia, and then they jumped right back on. So we've been sort of playing and having a great time with Vanellope and Ralph for a good 8-9 years now. So we love them, and it's a great team. It's incredible. What I love most about it is this world, as always, they don't just show you the internet. They reinvent it in a way where you understand it as a real world. There are little avatars that represent all of us. You go to eBay and it's an auction house. It's so clever, and and it didn't take a huge research trip. They just went to like One Wilshire, so that was good. But they've outdone themselves, I think, with imagination on how you can look at the internet. It's been great.
It is. I'm so excited about it. I haven't actually seen it. I watched it from D23 behind the stage. So I heard it and everybody laughing, but I'm like, I didn't get to see it. I'm waiting to get on stage. But I'm so excited. It's so fun to get to be all together with the princesses, and I think it's really fun to kind of take us out of our comfort zone and out of our element and just have a really good time. So I'm super excited. I've got my family with me. We flew in. It's a big deal, it's fun. It's a really, really special night.
Yeah, it was a huge, huge honor to get to do this a second time, and the fact that we created this family the first time around. Sarah and I have been friends now all these years since we worked together on the first one, and you see the maturation of our friendship on screen, but behind the scenes there was the whole maturation of our friendship too. So it was really great to be able to, I know a lot of people work on these movies, maybe like 2,000 people or something like that. But when I work, it's these 5 people in the room, and it's this really intimate little group of people, and it was really great to get those people back together again. The Imagine Dragons performance, oh yeah, that was amazing. Not every day that you get like a huge band like Imagine Dragons to just play 3 songs right before your premiere. I'm really like blown away by like the scale of what's going on here. I've been in movies for 30 years now. I've never seen anything like this. It's amazing. What Disney did to this street. It's crazy. Well, yeah, that was one of the great things that we got to address that we kind of wanted to address in the first movie, the fact that video games are largely played online now. And so our first movie took place in an arcade, and so everyone was saying like, well, games are online now, and now we got to answer that by going online and going into some of the online games. And it's just kind of a Pandora's box. You know, you open that world of the internet, it's really, what you're saying is a limitless world of imagination. And what the animators did with this movie, creating these different worlds and creating such a huge panorama, you know, in the last movie it was really 3 different worlds. In this one, it's like the variety visually is just stunning. So that alone, and then the movie has a real beating heart to it in the friendship between Ralph and Vanellope. So I'm really excited to see it.
I wish that we had all recorded together. I don't know if people have mentioned that we didn't. That would have been even more exciting. But the folks at Disney were so, kind and respectful and interested in, you know, I don't have a lot of lines, but Aurora, I mean, she's a classic, you know, and they treated it like that, you know? So it was a lot of fun. I love that they're all here tonight.
I mean, honestly, anytime there's an invitation to revisit Rapunzel and step back into her bare feet, she doesn't wear shoes, I am thrilled. It's like, honestly, one of the greatest joys of my life, having played Rapunzel and been entangled. And again, the idea that like all of us princesses would be together in one scene was something that blew my mind. I never thought that it would be a possibility. I never thought that I would be revisiting this character in this capacity. So to like be with all of these ladies and feel this like spirit of sisterhood was remarkable. Yeah, we took the idea of the princesses and who you think they are and allowed them to sort of like reveal their true selves, I guess. Like they've never been given the opportunity to kind of like, to exhale, you know, and change into some casual wears instead of, you know, the dresses and the costumes that we've sort of known them to be in. So I think it was like a relief to them as much as it is sort of for the audience too. I mean, there's nothing like seeing a film like this with an audience. Like, it's so, like, it's the experience of like sitting in the theater and hearing people laugh and gasp and be surprised and like fall for all of the moments is like, it's just the best part of the experience. I know, I guess we have a new part of the princess gang with Vanellope. I think she fits right in. She like kind of adds a little bit of spunk, a little bit of like, almost like modernity, you know? She brings like sort of this modern kind of element to the princess gang. She's a very welcomed addition, I think.
It's so fun. I am so excited for people to see this. It's like, for us, seeing it for the first time, we were blown away. So I can't wait for everyone else to see it too.
And for me, I think it's just a wonderful way to modernize the princesses and help to humanize them and make them girlfriends with each other and enjoying, you know, girl empowerment. It's all the right themes, and Disney presents it so beautifully.
I know, it's so brilliant because it's limitless. The possibilities of this story are just endless. It's great.
You know, and it keeps it so current, because what I loved about Wreck-It Ralph is that I grew up as an arcade girl. You know, I would hang out at the mall with my boyfriend and we would spend countless quarters. So I knew all those characters. And now I think this movie kind of brings it up a notch for all the new generation of kids who are always on the internet and know about it.
You know, this is historical. I mean, it's never hysterical and historical. It's never happened. They put the princesses together, and when they first called me to say they were going to be doing this, I thought they were kidding. And lo and behold, we're here, and it's really funny. The audiences are going to love it. And they actually made our parts a little bit bigger once they saw the response. So it's really cool. It really does. In fact, Linda Larkin and a few of us have a little surprise at the end of this, so we're going to kind of be in the casual princess mode. But it's great. I love that they can kind of poke fun at themselves and still be regal.
Oh my goodness, years. It's been years. It feels like we're waking up from a dream and everybody's here. And also I still feel like I might wake up from another dream that was inside this dream where I've been making a movie for 3 years. Oh, it's so exciting. Everybody's just as excited as we have been. So that's the best part. This is a lot of fun. I would say this is Christmas morning with the first day of school shoved in. Of like, it's here. What if I hope everybody likes it. Is this the right outfit? Like, that's all it is.
So weird. It's such that after 3 years, you live with it, you love it, then you get sick of it, and then you start to see it through other people's eyes, and it gets exciting again.
Love it again. I'm loving it again.
I'm loving it.
This is the night where you start to love it all over again.
Yeah.
Well, something surreal, to me, happened tonight before we came to the red carpet. We had Imagine Dragons perform the song Zero from the movie live out in front of the El Capitan, and that was pretty amazing.
There are very few moments when I'm in the moment and I'm aware that it is a moment that will live forever in my mind, and that was one of them. I was just like, can't top this. This is crazy.
It's being etched into my memory deep, very deep. Right, because the first movie was just about their life in the arcade, and though a great world, and from a time in our lives that we loved as kids playing arcade games, we said with this new one we need to expand that world. It needs to be bigger. It needs to be something that everyone knows, because not everyone grew up with arcade games. I know it's hard to believe, but everyone uses the internet today, and by sending them to this new world of the internet, it gives them a much bigger world to explore and a much more contemporary world to explore.
That changes every day for me. Today, I'm excited for them to see Sarah Silverman and Gal Gadot sing a duet. That's the thing I'm most excited about. For today, it'll change tomorrow.
Yeah. They are all here tonight. I see Jodie Benson over there. I saw Paige O'Hara. I mean, never in my life did I think that I would be directing a film that reassembled the group of princesses all under one roof. I mean, it's a little mind-boggling. And I'm living a great dream right now.
I'm so excited we're finally here. Oh, look at the twins. They're so cute. I love kids. Yeah, I'm thrilled. It's so fun. And we have so much fun together, and, me and Johnny C, we're really happy to get to work together again, goof around. Well, yeah, we recorded it all together, so we've been spending a lot of time together, and we, I think I can speak for both of us, adore each other, so we have a good time. We like to make each other laugh. Oh yeah, we got to see Imagine Dragons perform. It was wonderful. They're a very good band. They're very popular with the kids. And they're dolls. They're somewhere right here. There they are. They're very cute, very sweet guys. I mean, in the great expanse that is the internet, kind of made into a visual, it is visual, but to make it into this visual world, it's great. It really reflects life as we know it today, The internet itself kind of does. It's the good, the bad, and the ugly.
I literally cannot wait to get inside to hear how the audience responds. I've seen the film, I had to watch it in order to prepare myself for press. It's so special, and the messages are so beautiful and so needed and so now. I think that's how most people feel on their first time visiting the internet. I think a lot of people feel like Vanellope and Ralph, like, ooh, what is this unknown, But it's weird in an odd way. I feel comfort in knowing what the internet looks like. Even though I know it's not real, but I feel comfort.
It looks like what I always thought it would, like Candyland. Yes, helps them navigate through it, and I love, my favorite actually is Yaz's wardrobe.
It's almost scary in a way, just because like we work on it so hard, and it almost, we don't know, like we just do what we want to do and hope that we deliver on what the audience is expecting. But I feel pretty good about this one. I've worked on a lot of movies and a lot of sequels, but there's something about Ralph Breaks the Internet that just feels right. The timing and the content, everything. So I'm really excited. Yeah, I mean, it was sort of a crazy idea that the directors had to have this song that was sort of Vanellope's I Want song set with the backdrop of this slaughter race crazy world. So when they came up with the idea, we said, well, yeah, of course, let's go do that. Never really thinking it would come to today that we have it coming out in the world, but working with Alan Menken and Phil Johnston, and then to have Sarah Silverman and Gal Gadot sing this song, I would call it a dream come true, but I wouldn't dare dream that dream, so I'll just call it a wonderful thing.